Intro: you're not lazy. You're just spreading your energy too thin on things that don't matter. Let's be honest. How many times have you woken up, grabbed your phone, checked your notifications, replied to a few messages, then jumped into emails, meetings, urgent tasks, random calls? And by afternoon, you pause and ask yourself, wait, did I actually do anything meaningful today? You're not lazy. You're not lacking ability. You simply don't have a system to protect what truly matters from the distractions that feel urgent, but aren't. Bullseye: that's where the 90-90-1 rule comes in. A simple, yet powerful principle. For the next 90 days, spend the first 90 minutes of your morning working on one thing that matters most to your life. Sounds simple? But here's the truth. Pushpin: most people lose the most valuable time of their day simply because they don't take control of the first 90 minutes. Part 1. What is the 90-90-1 rule? How it rewires your brain and boosts your performance. The 90-90-1 rule was introduced by Robin Sharma, author of the 5 AM Club and performance coach to many of the world's top CEOs and leaders. He proposed one simple yet incredibly powerful idea. Right pointing backhand index: for the next 90 days, spend the first 90 minutes of each morning focused on one single task, the most important task that will move your life forward. Why are the first 90 minutes so powerful? According to ultradian rhythm, the brain operates best in 90 to 120-minute cycles. Each morning, right after a deep night's sleep, your brain enters a peak performance zone. Dopamine levels are high, heightened motivation. Cortisol is balanced, better stress handling. Willpower is at its strongest, easier to focus and persist. Right pointing backhand index: this is your mental golden time, the best window for deep work without battling fatigue or distraction. Left pointing magnifying glass: the core mechanism of the rule. 90 minutes equals optimal natural focus cycle, long enough for depth, short enough to sustain. 90 days equals enough time to build a foundational habit or skill, based on studies showing lasting habits form around 66 to 90 days. One task only equals eliminates decision fatigue and amplifies focus. Your brain can only make 100-150 quality decisions per day. Pushpin: the more you fragment your attention, the weaker your energy becomes. The more you simplify your goal, the further you go. Electric light bulb: real-life examples. A writer finished an entire book in 3 months, just by dedicating 90 minutes each morning. A founder built the first version of their startup product, with no team, just 90 focused minutes a day. An ordinary person learned a new skill, coding, English speaking, certifications, by committing to 90 early minutes daily. Warning sign #, but if you don't claim those 90 minutes for what matters, you'll likely spend the next 9 hours putting out fires for tasks that don't truly matter. You don't need to be smarter. You don't need to work longer hours. You just need to begin your day intentionally, with your 90 minutes, for that one mission. Do it for 90 mornings. And you'll be amazed by the version of yourself that shows up. Part 2. Why the first 90 minutes are your brain's golden hours. You can work all day. But if you waste the first 90 minutes, you might be cutting off the sharpest, most powerful part of your brain. Bullseye: so the question is, why are the first 90 minutes of the day so decisive? The answer lies in 3 core principles. Your brain's natural rhythm, the ultradian cycle. Humans don't maintain steady energy throughout the day. Instead, our brains operate in ultradian rhythms, natural cycles of about 90 to 120 minutes, discovered by sleep researcher Nathaniel Kleitman, the same scientist who identified REM sleep. Pushpin: within each cycle, your brain typically goes through 25 minutes of warm-up, 50 minutes of peak cognitive performance, 15 minutes of decline. Right pointing backhand index: if you capture the first peak cycle of the day, when dopamine is high, motivation. Cortisol is balanced, stress is manageable. Prefrontal cortex is fully engaged, logic and goal focus. You're leveraging your mental golden window for true breakthroughs. Willpower is finite, use it early or lose it. According to Professor Roy Baumeister, University of Florida, willpower functions like a battery. It depletes with every decision you make throughout the day. Even small choices, what to wear, what to eat, who to reply to, drain your decision energy. Electric light bulb. That's why if you let the first 90 minutes slip into social media, messages, or emails, you've already spent your best energy on things that won't move your life forward. The primacy effect, what comes first shapes the rest. In cognitive psychology, there's something called the primacy effect. Your brain remembers and is more influenced by what happens first in a sequence. Pushpin. In other words, if you start your day with intentional action, the rest of the day tends to follow momentum. If you start with distraction, the whole day becomes reactive. A study from the University of Nottingham found that people who spent the first 30 to 90 minutes on focused deep work had up to 62% higher productivity compared to others working the same total hours. Speech balloon. Put simply, the first 90 minutes of your day are not just time. They are a statement of how you intend to live the rest of your day. Repeat button. Imagine this. You're a writer, 90 minutes every morning to finish your manuscript. You're a professional, 90 minutes each day to tackle strategic work. You're a student, 90 distraction-free minutes to master core concepts. Fire. You don't need 10 hours a day. You just need one deep cycle, every day, for the right thing. You don't need to force yourself to be a hyper-productive. You just need to protect the best part of yourself, those first 90 minutes, from the ordinary. And if you do that long enough, you won't just get more done. You'll become someone completely new. Part 3. How to apply the 90s or 90s-1 rule to your real life, daily, consistently, effectively. You already understand why this rule works. You've seen the science behind the first 90 minutes. Now it's time to act. White heavy check mark. Step 1. Choose your one worthy task. Ask yourself, white right pointing backhand index, if I could only complete anything each morning for the next 90 days, what would move my life forward the most? Examples. If you're a writer, finish your book manuscript. If you're an entrepreneur, build your core product. If you're a student, study deeply or prepare for certification. If you're an employee, create a new workflow, master a core skill. Bullseye. This task should be important but often postponed, not urgent but deeply valuable over time. White heavy check mark. Step 2. Schedule your 90-day plan into your calendar. Choose your 90-day block and reserve it in advance. Tear off calendar. Example, 6 to 7:30 a.m. or 5:30 to 7 a.m. depending on your rhythm. Set daily reminders. Prepare your workspace the night before. Post a visible question, what am I building today? Alarm clock. If you don't protect this time, someone else will fill it with their priorities, not yours. White heavy check mark. Step 3. Design a distraction-free zone. Turn off all notifications. Put your phone on airplane mode in another room. Prepare water and tools in advance. Use noise-cancelling headphones if needed. Bullseye. Every second you fight off temptation is a second you drain your focus power. White heavy check mark. Step 4. Track, reflect, adjust. Create a 90-day tracker with date, task completed, focus level 1 to 5. How you felt afterward, energized, neutral, frustrated. What got in your way today? Pushpin. This is how you train your mental muscle, like a true performance athlete. Warning sign. Mistakes that cause most people to quit. Cross mark 1. No clear one thing, scattered effort. Cross mark 2. Trying to be perfect, burnout, then give up. Cross mark 3. No distraction, setup interrupted constantly. Cross mark 4. Expecting instant results, frustration, impatience. White heavy check mark. How to stay fired up for 90 days. Log your progress weekly. Every 7 days, write one thing that feels different about yourself. Invite a friend or colleague to do it with you. Occasionally allow for a planned recovery break. Rest is part of progress. Bullseye. If you can't protect 90 minutes for your dream, You'll end up spending the rest of your day building someone else's. Part 4: Real Stories and How to Personalize the 90-90-1 Rule. Bullseye: the 90-90-1 Rule is simple. But its true power lies in how you personalize it to your own goals and life context. Here are real-life examples from different walks of life that prove how transformative it can be. White Heavy Checkmark 1. Linda, office worker seeking a career change. Linda had been working as an accountant for 6 years. She wanted to transition into marketing, but every time she planned to study, work got in the way. Eventually, she tried the 90-90-1 rule. 90 minutes every morning learning and practicing marketing. No phone. Just one tool, her laptop plus printed books. Chart with upward trend. After 3 months, she landed her first freelance gig. 6 months later, she made a full career switch. I didn't have a lot of time, but I could protect 90 minutes each morning. That changed my career forever. White Heavy Checkmark 2. Harry, startup founder regaining product focus. Harry ran a small startup, but felt overwhelmed and unfocused. He used the 90-90-1 rule like this. Each morning, 90 minutes dedicated only to refining his product vision, improving user experience, updating features. No emails, no meetings, no distractions. White right pointing backhand index. After 2 months, his product launched a better version and revenue doubled. It wasn't about more work hours. I just needed time for what actually mattered. White Heavy Checkmark 3. Min, student aiming for IELTS 8.0. Min was a senior student, struggling to improve. He used to study only when he felt like it, with little progress. Then he applied the 90-90-1 method. 90 minutes every morning focused only on reading and speaking. Tracked his progress daily, and journaled after each session. Chart with upward trend. After 90 days, he scored band 8.0, something he once thought was impossible. I didn't improve by studying more. I improved by studying the right way, at the right time. Repeat button. How to personalize the 90-90-1 rule for your life. Pushpin: if you're a creative, writer, content creator. Use your first 90 minutes to write, edit, and develop new ideas. Avoid checking social media or messages until after 8 a.m. Pushpin: if you're an office professional. Use the first 90 minutes at work for strategic, deep tasks, not emails. Block off this time to avoid unnecessary meetings. Pushpin: if you're a student. Use the first 90 minutes of your day, or study session, to tackle the most difficult subject. Track your progress weekly to stay motivated. You don't have to start perfectly. You just need to start, and stay loyal to what truly matters to you. Warning sign: the world will always try to steal your attention. But only you can protect what's truly important. Conclusion: you don't need more. You just need more clarity. Maybe you've told yourself you need a perfect plan, more time, a better environment. But the truth is, you don't need to overhaul your entire life today. You just need to protect the first 90 minutes for what truly matters most. It's when your brain is at its sharpest. It's when distractions are at their lowest. Hammer and wrench: it's your only window to build something meaningful before the world floods in with noise and demands. You could use those 90 minutes to write the first chapter of the story that will define your life. Learn a skill that could transform your career. Build a system to bring clarity and control back to your days. Or simply, reclaim the time to become who you truly want to be. Speech balloon and ask yourself one question. 3 months from now, will you thank yourself for starting your mornings with 90 focus minutes, or regret not guarding them when you had the chance? If this video sparked something inside you, don't let it stay just a thought. Pushpin: take action now. Write down the one thing you'll commit to for the next 90 days. Block out 90 minutes every morning, no interruptions. Start tomorrow, don't wait to feel ready. There will never be a perfect time. Megaphone if this message resonated with you. Glowing star like this video to support the channel. Speech balloon comment below. What will you do in your first 90 minutes tomorrow? Bell subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next small strategy that could spark a big transformation. Bullseye, you don't need to run faster. You just need to run each day in the right direction. And that direction? Start with the first 90 minutes.